guys, today we are going to talk everything floral tape. All right, so let's chat about floral tape and when to use it, why to use it, and what it is. So first of all, this is floral tape. This comes in multiple different colors. You can get light green, dark green, I have black, I have brown, any type of color that you need for whatever project you're doing. Different flowers, different stems, you might need a different color, and that's the great thing about floral tape is it comes in multiple different colors for whatever project you need. Flower tape is basically, it's a paper that is coated in wax. All of the wax is inside the paper and it's kind of scrunched together, almost like crepe paper, where it's got those little folds and stuff on itself. When you stretch the floral tape, if you notice like it expands quite a bit, that's actually opening up so that the wax is exposed. So once the wax is exposed, it becomes sticky and the wax sticks to itself. So when you're wrapping around anything, what it's actually doing is wrapping and sticking to itself. Floral tape sticks the best to itself. It does not stick to most surfaces on its own. So when you're wrapping and getting something started, you're definitely going to want to wrap it on itself. So for instance, this is just a pencil. I'm using it as an example. If you see like it's not sticking, but if you pull it tight enough and wrap it around the pencil, it's now sticking to itself and has a very clear, tight hold onto your object. Ways to use your flower tape. This is a flower stem that I make. It's a felt flower, and I like to wrap around from the top. And what it's doing is each one of these petals is on a wire. And the floral tape is now holding all the wires together on my flower and going all the way down. Let me show you how I wrapped this flower in floral tape. So we're gonna get our wire now, and I'm gonna go ahead and do a few little turns on this just to get it started. And I'm doing it right at the base of our felt here. Okay, so we're gonna take our 3 smaller petals and we're gonna put them on in thirds. I am butting it up right to the edge here. See, already it's coming off because you gotta really, that first little bit to get started, you really gotta pull tight. Not tight enough to rip it, but tight enough to really open it up. I'm going around quite a few times for this first one just to get it started. All right, so we're gonna throw on another petal. I'm only going around a few more times. I'm doing that again. Now we have our first top 3. So these are about on there at thirds. I'm wrapping about 2 times per petal. So that's there, and this one, it goes here. So we're just gonna wrap really, really tight all the way down. So I'm pulling on the tape, wrapping, pulling, wrapping, pulling, wrapping all the way down. And it kind of depends on how much of an angle you're going at, how much you're overlapping, depends on how much tape you're gonna need. Only thing I hate about this floral tape is it leaves your hands waxy and gross, but fun tip, water and soap will not take it off. The only thing that I found to take it off is lotion. On our last few ones, we're just gonna pull really tight and rip it off. So tight that it's just really sticking to itself there. So I prefer to work in strips of floral tape and not roll things off of this. The weight of this hanging off, it just usually doesn't work well for me. So if I'm wrapping a stem, a flower stem for instance, this is a 16-inch stem. I usually do about double the amount that I need. So this is 16 inches, so I'm gonna do about 36 to 37 inches of floral tape. Just keep in mind too that if you're using a flower stem that has a lot of elements and you're gonna be wrapping it a little bit more, you're probably gonna need a little bit more floral tape. You can definitely work off the roll so that way you're never gonna run out. I just feel like it's clunky, and when you're trying to really work with it, sometimes it just gets in the way. So because floral tape is so great and sticks to itself so well, you just get a new piece, stretch it out again, and you can easily just wrap it around and keep going. So if you do run out, don't let it discourage you. You don't have to rip it off and start over. Just grab a new piece and keep going. It's so helpful to use this when you want to just cover up a bunch of wires and kind of glue everything together. Also, another thing that drives me bonkers about floral tape is that waxy finish. When you're really working with it with your hands, that stuff gets all over your hands. And it's the grossest feeling in the world, and I hate it. So I've tried using like Dawn dish soap, I've used scrubby pads, I've used everything to get it off, and then I randomly fell on using lotion, and it took that waxy finish right off, and it was instant. So highly suggest grab your foil tape, use it, get rid of that nastiness with some lotion, and then you can just keep going. And plus, I mean, when you're working with your hands, you should probably be hydrating them anyway, so it's kind of like that double dipping. So hope that helps as well. So there are so many different brands of floral tape out there. They're pretty much all universally the same. I haven't really noticed any difference between any of them. They all work the exact same way. The only thing you need to watch out for is that some of these tapes can dry out. When they dry out, the wax will dry out and it doesn't stick to itself as well. So if that happens, just toss it and get a new one. You could probably heat it up and see if you can reactivate some of that wax, but sometimes it's just not worth the trouble. Floral tape is not that expensive. I think it's about $3-ish a roll. So when you really think about how much you're getting and how far it goes, it's really not that expensive to just toss it and get a new roll. I'm gonna go ahead and link below the tape that I used, and that way you know it's foolproof and it's a great price. And go ahead and find that link below in the description, and be sure to like and subscribe this video and ask me any questions you want to know about floral tape or anything else that I would be more than happy to answer for you down in the comments. Thanks guys, see you later.